Yeah, Zeus bringing nothing but heat, thunder in the chest. Waking up daily, putting in the work, no rest. This for the real one, scrolling through the mess. Straight talk, no cap. Let's address. Every morning I wake, phone in my hand, scrolling through the lies, Trump and the Klan. Republicans violent, same script on repeat. I call out the cap, expose it in the street. They yell TDS, but it's them on that coat. Trump devotion syndrome, they deep in the vault. Jan 6, they duck when I press on the facts. Boogaloo, oath keepers, proud boys getting stacks. Slush fund money for the supremacist crew. Obama rent free, he's still living in you. Peddling straight cap, misinformation daily. It's coming back around, watch the downfall, baby. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, sending straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lake of fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Ice out here wildin', violating rights. Trump dropping bombs on Iran late nights. Stealing that oil from Venezuela, no shame. Putting on the soil, red carpet, what a game. Soldiers on their knees, disgrace on display. Epstein files locked, y'all still look the other way. He said terrific guy. We all heard the quote, Christian nationalists blind. That's the sickest joke. Blowing up schools, innocent girls in the dirt. These clowns bugging, putting evil to work. I'm doing this cause the country needs saving. The people, the world, this ain't just entertaining. Waking up every day feeling the weight, but I carry that thunder, I don't hesitate. They call it hate, I call it real talk. Somebody gotta say it, somebody gotta walk. Through the fire, through the lies, through the smoke, Zeus in the sky. This the path that I chose. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, send it straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lick the fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Straight to the lake, no cap, thunder don't miss. MAGA's worst nightmare, remember that. Zeus out.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Tara. Let's go. I'm like the Terminator screaming. I'll be back. Good morning. Happy Monday. Straight to the lake. Great skate. Let's go. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Hope you all had a great weekend. I play the game so well, I won't finish last. W, Rick. Yeah, Jeffrey. The algorithm turned into a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on. Let's go. Benjamin Franklin is my best. Zena. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't care me. Obvious. I feel with my chest. Sit into the lake. Y'all want me to get in trouble on TikTok? All right, here it goes. I'ma take off. Here it goes. Shit.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's last couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was
Keep it clean.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm
was?
like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh. They never have anything nice to say about me. You ever notice that?
Deja vu.
Wow.
It's like deja vu.
Really?
It's like
It really bothers me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. Hope you all had a great weekend. I know I did. I definitely enjoyed taking some time off of this app to recalibrate, get my mind straight, so to speak. But we are once again back to do the work it takes to continue to save this country of ours. Actually, what we're doing is saving the world, maybe even the universe. And we do it one show at a time. And the way we're doing it, and you should see the results, it's guaranteed or your money back. We're literally destroying the MAGA spirit, the MAGA demons that have basically tried to hijack the United States of America and make us bend to the will of Donald Trump. We're not going to bend to the will of Donald Trump and his smooth brain supporters. No, absolutely not. And who better to lead that charge than yours truly, me, Zeus, or as some say, the Rizzler. And I have to use the Rizzler sometimes. Or most of you know, Triple H, right? And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media, and I hate being that. Good morning, Disney Mom. I really hate having to be the most honest person on social media because it means I'm going to make a lot of people upset. But I really do believe that, you know what? It's better you get the truth and use that to become a better person than for us to just drag this out for years and years. All right. We don't got time for that. You got to know the truth. If you're a terrible person, you're a terrible person. Case closed. Go deal with it. You can go cry about it all you want to. It's not going to change anything. You still got to do the work to become a better person, right? The second H is, guess what? With honesty means humility. Yeah, I'm the most humble person on social media. Here's the thing. If I get it wrong, you know the deal. I'll be the first to apologize. But just because your feelings are hurt, does that mean Big Zeus owes you an apology? Absolutely not. For instance, and they know who they are. There's grown men. There's grown men on TikTok right now crashing out because of the videos I post. Oh, he made another video sharing what Iran said about what's happening in the war. He must be cheering for Iran. And then they get upset and they start crying. I don't owe you an apology for that. Your dear leader is the reason you're crying, but go tell him that. You won't tell your dear leader that because you're scared. So you'd rather try to take it out on Big Zeus, has absolutely really no control over you. If I was in control of you demons, you would have never voted for Donald Trump. Did you ever realize that? No, you don't realize that. You got smooth brains, right? So we'll move on to the last H. And it's really the most important H, ladies and gentlemen. The last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. That's funny to you, alter ego? I'm glad. Yeah. These Trump supporters, instead of crying and calling Donald Trump out, right? They should be doing this. If I were a Trump supporter, I couldn't even imagine. But imagine you voted for this man 3 times. You gave him a second chance to be the president, and he got in there and literally just slapped you all in your face, mistreated you, abused you. You're so angry, but instead of going, you pick up the phone. Hey, Donald Trump, check this out. We got problems. Yeah. I don't like you playing me like that. I'm out here defending you. I'm fighting for you. I'm out here getting humiliated. Instead of you picking up the phone or sending him an email and telling him you're upset that he lied to you and manipulated you, you know what you do? You sit on TikTok. They get on the internet. Am I right, Rick? They get on the internet and they crash out about the Democrats. Democrats aren't even in control of the government right now, MAGA. Take the anger, take the frustration, and you would go and direct it to your dear leader, who's obviously lied to you, but you're too weak, you're too smooth brain to do it. And so as long as you're going to stay like that, I'm going to continue to do shows like that until you get your heads out of his rear end. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I got to do? This is a very progressive leaning platform. And it's really at a point now where I really don't care too much to hear about what a MAGA demon thinks. Oh, Mr. Nice Guy, nice to see you. Hey, there's Mr. Nice Guy. Wow. I'm glad you decided to, show up and get a dose of what real good-looking men look like. You're getting what you need out of this, right? I'm probably the highlight of your whole year so far. I remember when I met this demon, Mr. Nice. Oh, CD is here. A lot of these conservative men out there, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, they're miserable. They're miserable. Have you ever seen a conservative man trying to actually pretend like he's the Rizzler? Right? Am I right, Ange? Ange. Oh, RMC, good morning. Nice to see you. Wow, what a show. You ever seen one of these conservative men really try to act like they're, they got some sort of charming and charisma about them? They have absolutely nothing. These people, they think, oh, well, if I just show you how much money I make, right? Because this is how Mr. Nice Guy talks. Zeus, I have, and he always puts an extra zero. You know how, women, sometimes there's men out there and they add an extra few inches. He's one of those guys. I got it. It's big. Okay, then why are you by yourself? And then he starts blaming Zeus. These people are truly miserable. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no amount of money that's gonna make you look better, bro. It really has to do with who you are on the inside. Yeah. Mr. Nice Guy, I'm gonna give you some advice, and this is advice money can't buy, and then I'm gonna get started. You know what I'll say? You can have as much money in your bank account and still be ugly. Isn't that crazy? You can have $20 billion, billion with the B, and still be the ugliest person in the room. And I could be in debt and still look better than you. Am I right, Jim? Am I right? I could be 20 billion in the hole and still look better than you. So you go ahead and do the math. Yeah, W's in the chat for a minute. Because it's not the money. Now watch, he's gonna go crying today. He's gonna go crying. Zeus, thank you. He's gonna, and ladies, and the ladies love what I just said because they've been trying to tell you, but your head's so far up Donald Trump's behind, you won't listen. So let me go ahead and get this. Get him, Rick. Get him, Rick. Oh, that was an easy W for Zeus. Yeah, because that's all they have right now. The MAGA creators on TikTok, all they have is, I got more money in my bank. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, I do. Show us. Why would I show you? Well, we can't validate anything you're saying, so it doesn't count. Don't bring it up. We can go off of what we can see. And what we can see is that you're very ugly, ugly people. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Let me go ahead and get this show started. So as you can see, you see how I am. I don't hold anything back when it comes to these demons. And so if you're a Trump supporter and you don't want your feelings hurt like I hurt Mr. Nice Guy's, right? Get him, Ange. Like I just hurt Mr. Nice Guy's feelings. Because trust me, he's going to start he's probably left already. He probably left. You know what they do? Zeus said my name. Uh-oh. Let me go start a live right now. Start yelling at Zeus. Hey, and you should see, they go in there and they start these lives, right in the middle of me doing my show, and they get about 3 people in there. Why are you crying, man? Why are you crying? Zeus hurt my feelings. And he's yelling, he's huffing and puffing. You know what I mean? Like the big bad wolf and the 3 little pigs. By the time his little spiel is over, he's all out of breath. Probably the most excitement he's had in decades, because you know he's not dating anybody, right? Except for his hand. All right, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. All right, that's the warning to the Trump supporters. Listen, if you don't want any more of that, leave right now, because I promise you, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. But get this, you don't gotta take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay, too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Boom. Democrats' lowest rating in 35 years. Oh, Fishing Patriot. Hey, mods, could you please take out the trash? Just put Fishing Patriot in a nice 5-minute straight jacket. All right, the doors to the Thunderdome, they have officially closed. You demons, and I really do take no responsibility for anybody's feelings that might get hurt, as I continue to do some of the dirtiest work that I have to do on social media in order to clean this place up. All right. So before we get into today's content, what are we talking about today? Let me see what I got on my list of notes. Okay, so we're going to be talking. Should we talk about? Looks like we're going to have some gas prices being over $4 a gallon. Oh, we have an egg recall. 1.6 million eggs got recalled. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, Trump crashing out on Truth Social yesterday. Okay, we got a lot to get into. So why don't we go ahead and let's get this buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get ready to take off and get into the air. I'm going to take you to Olympus. All right.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this live episode of The Zeus Show. My name is Amazing, and on behalf of 3 Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, I would like to thank each of you for tuning in today. Your presence and support make this experience possible, and we are truly grateful for your continued engagement. As we prepare for takeoff, we kindly ask that you please return to your seats, buckle up, and get ready for an engaging journey. This show occasionally gets off the rails, and securing your attention ensures you remain safe and fully immersed throughout the broadcast.
True.
To maximize your experience, we kindly remind you to tap the screen,
Get ready.
like, comment,
Do
and
all
share
of
this
these
live stream
things.
with your network. Your shares help expand our community and bring more voices into the conversation. We also encourage you to support the platform by utilizing the available gifts during the broadcast. These contributions directly enhance the production quality and sustainability of the show. If you require assistance with gifting features or have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to one of our moderators who are present and ready to assist you in enjoying the program. As a reminder, full recordings of this episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly after the live concludes. For complete information regarding all of my social media handles and platforms, please click the link in the bio.
That part.
Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the kingdom. We are honored that you have allowed Zeus, aka Triple H, to guide you to Olympus. Sit back, stay engaged, and enjoy the flight.
Thank you, man. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, you don't got anything like that. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, you don't got anything like that. W. Kabira. Wow. You don't got anything like that, Mr. Nice Guy. All you got is stale meat, so to speak. All right, so let's get into today's first topic. We got a lot to get into, but something has been really brought to my attention, and I'm going to do this, ladies and gentlemen. And MAGA, this is probably going to really make you upset. Does anyone know who this is? Let's see right here. Does anyone know see who this is right here? Who is that? Oh, that's Donald Trump with Zoran Mamdani. Isn't that funny? Trump, Trump's photo album, it tells a story. If you really sat back, and this came to me over the weekend. MAGA, how do you feel about Donald Trump doing this, taking a picture with Zoran Mamdani? Uh-oh, who's that? Isn't that Donald Trump with Bill Clinton right there, MAGA? Isn't this funny? Uh-oh. Please, Zeus. I want a Trump supporter to come up here and explain this. Uh-oh, Donald Trump with the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass. You ever notice the president takes more photos with the people who he says that he hates than he does with the people who really helped him to get into office? You ever notice this? I mean, you can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you a good example. How many of you remember this? How many of you remember this? Jimmy Carter's funeral. Michelle Obama said, "I'm not sitting next to that devil." But look at him and Obama having a good time. Wow. Enemies. These are enemies, but they're sitting shoulder to shoulder at a funeral. He's gonna sit next to the man he's sitting next to the man that he called a traitor, okay, to this country, and they're just laughing and giggling. But the demons who voted and helped him to get into office, you don't see Donald Trump taking any photos with him. I mean, this was my favorite because, Karen Bass, dragged him. She just dragged him for over a year. But, you say to yourself, where are the people that actually helped Donald Trump get elected, MAGA? Who said the Tate brothers? Who said Nick Fuentes? I mean, you see this. They gonna boo me. Don't do it. MAGA's crashing out right now. Wow, isn't that something? No, MAGA. Isn't it? Do you not understand that Donald Trump is the snake? You don't get it yet, huh? What happened to Elon Musk? Remember Elon Musk dropped the bomb and said Donald Trump was in those files? Guess what Donald Trump did? He said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and revoke your camera privileges, Elon Musk. And all that Tesla stuff that I was saying, none of that applies anymore because you're showing my supporters who I really am. Yeah, and I thought about it and I say, it's one thing for his supporters to get up here and keep crashing out about Joe Biden and the Democrats. But I really want to know what Trump supporters think, honestly, about Donald Trump always taking photos with Democrats and people he says he hates, but never with the people that actually helped him get there. And, Epstein, the Tate brothers, you know what I'm talking about, Nick Fuentes. The list goes on and on. Let's see. Hold on. Who do we have? Hold on. Oh, we have a young demon. I remember this.
Are you okay, my guy?
What brings you here?
I think
I
you're
I I,
coping.
I remember you. Did you work on what I asked you to work on last time we talked?
I worked on my life. You don't have to worry
Well, what
about that.
evidence? What evidence do you have?
What evidence is anecdotal, so I can't provide it.
Well, then what did you come here for? You just bored today?
No, I just saw your prompt, and you're just, making money off,
What?
Trump's name.
Mm. So
If,
what?
if Barack lives rent free on, Trump's head, I guess you live rent free in, like in Trump's head. So it applies, right?
How old are you again? Last time we talked, you're in your 20s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And last time we spoke, I said, "Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick." For number one, I get no points out of schooling a 20-year-old. You know what I mean? I don't get any points out of this. So all I'm going to say is this: you got to do better. All right, quit worshiping Donald Trump. Understand you've been misled for years of your life. All right, and get it together. All right, because you don't have anything of substance to contribute right now. You do realize that, right? And the reason
I just,
and the
I just,
reason that I say that is the only thing I'm asking for people that support Trump to do is just to show us something that like evidence that he's doing a good job. Do you have anything?
I do absolutely do have
Screenshot it. Let's
something.
go. I'm gonna put you in the big screen.
Screenshot it. I can give you a source.
No, 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 no. I'm going to give you the big screen. How many of you would
I'm on my
love to?
phone. I don't know how to.
You're 20
What do you
years
want
old.
me to
You know how to
do?
use a phone. That's like the back of your hand. Come on now.
Well,
You're
absolutely. I know how to leave and join.
okay. So
Hello.
so I got you on the big screen. Could you show us something good Donald Trump has done for you?
Um, According to DHS, he
I
has
don't want to hear no
reported.
DHS stats. Okay,
You
here's the
don't believe
thing.
the government.
No, no,
You're
no. I don't.
tripping.
Stop. I don't want to hear any DHS stats. I don't want to see any macroeconomic indicator stats. I want to know what he's doing for you. And if you don't have anything, just say, Zeus, honestly, I don't have anything. And that would honestly get you a lot further with me. I don't
What he's
understand why
doing for me? Does he only?
I don't understand why folks like you struggle to just be honest. Why is it so
What
hard for you to be
What is
honest
he
and hold
doing for
yourself?
me?
Yeah. Yeah, just it's a simple
Directly?
question. You should have
What
already known this when you woke up, bro. You
What
should
is
have.
he doing for me? I don't think I talk with the president, or I don't think he makes policies because of me. But
So
I can
the
tell
answer
you,
is nothing.
what do you want him to do for me? Do you want like what? You think I
Whoa.
depend on the president, dude? Are
Yeah.
you okay? You're So you want to live off the president? Go live in Mandami's
Okay.
world. Go
Okay.
ahead.
You-
Go live in Mandami's world.
He took. I just showed you photos of him taking pictures with Mom Donnie. You don't get it
Okay,
yet.
go live with Mandami.
You don't get it
Hello.
yet. Obviously, Mom Donnie is doing the right thing because Donald Trump takes pictures with him. Obviously, you're not doing the right thing because he won't
Obviously,
take a
because
photo
Mandami
with
came
you.
to his house.
So, so,
Hmm.
so I'll say this. I'll say this because this is funny to you.
Mandami came to his house, right? Even though he's
Hey,
the one taking pictures with him.
hold on. So I'll say this to you. The reason you can't tell me anything Trump has done for you is because you know the answer is he hasn't done anything. And I think you should be able to just say that with your chest so we can move on. But I could ask you, well, how have you been impacted by Trump? And I think you would be able to say, well, you know what? I'm out here in the world just like you, Zeus. And guess what? I am experiencing the cost of living increasing just like you.
Work
You,
harder, my guy.
huh? You
Work
can't,
harder.
what?
Work harder.
Oh,
Hustle.
okay. Do you
Yeah.
work? This is
Absolutely.
what do you
I'm not
do?
here on TikTok.
What do you do for a living?
Bartender.
Okay. Well, so that means you take other people's money, right?
No, I give them service.
Yeah, but you take their money and then you probably ask for a tip.
Well, that's how
Do
money
you
works,
accept
right?
tips?
Tips.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I want you to try something. Tell everyone next time, I don't need a tip, just pay me directly for the service only. All right? Could you do that and let other people start keeping a little bit of the money that they're holding on to because the economy is so tough?
Well, you're
Would you be
acting like I'm
willing to do
feeling
that?
it.
Would you be willing to do that?
This guy's appealing to emotions everywhere.
Would you be willing to do that?
I would absolutely be willing to do that if I
Okay.
don't
Okay, fair
need
enough.
their tips.
Okay, no. So next time I talk to you, you know what I'm going to say? Show us the proof that you're actually doing a lot better, all right? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, honestly. I'm a little
It's appealing to
disappointed in you.
emotions.
I'm a little disappointed in you
Because
because
I still vote for Trump. I still support him. Really?
yeah. You know why? And it's really simple. You don't love yourself and you don't love your country and Big Zeus has to get up out here, Zeus. W Zeus. Yeah, you sit up here and I know what he's doing. trying to find somebody that will look at his profile and maybe he'll get a follower or three, and then he'll go and because these people, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. We do have a crisis in this country. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of younger men in the country, they feel abandoned. Let's just be honest. This is, and the Democrats got to address this. They do feel abandoned. And so what they're doing now is they're looking up to people for guidance. And who do they find? They find people like the people who got Donald Trump elected, right? The Tate brothers, the Nick Fuentes, because they are at least trying to at least make it seem like they genuinely care about him. And so now he's coming to Big Zeus, and I'm trying to help this young man, and not just him directly, but any of them out there. You have to stop being a terrible person. You have to stop pretending and just really be your authentic self. You don't get any respect by running around social media acting like a you know what, acting like a big shot. You're not a big shot. A bartender, that's great, but that's not going to take care of a whole family and get you set up for the rest of your life. That's not going to do that. You got to really start understanding what it takes to be a decent human being. You got to understand what accountability is. I don't understand why a lot of you young men out there don't want to just bite the bullet, so to speak, and acknowledge, like, yeah, I do have a lot of self-improvement to work on. It's really sad. And then the cheat code they try to hit is they think that if they latch on to Donald Trump and the MAGA movement, that will allow them to get the respect. How many of you out there think it's, if you're, imagine this, how many of you think that supporting Donald Trump makes you look like an alpha male? Let's just go down that path. How many people believe being a Trump supporter makes you look like an alpha male? Because I can ask the question the other way. How many of you believe supporting the Democrats mean you're a weak man? This is the one that they really believe. How many of you believe being a male that is a Democrat means you're a beta male? Yeah. You see? Yeah. These are what I call primitive life forms. I used to honestly think just like a lot of these folks who are on the right, you know, because when that stuff started coming out, you're like, yeah, you're finally speaking to. But then you go in you ever seen like the Bruce Lee movies? And you go inside of the dojo and you realize, oh my gosh, there's a higher level to all of this stuff that's going on. And I'm at the bottom level. Oh my gosh. And then you have to actually start unpacking everything you've learned as a man. Everything. I'm talking everything. Because, you know, we've been indoctrinated with the pop culture especially. And you start to realize, like, wow, I am really at the bottom of the list. I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Wow, I am a POS. If you can't come to that point in your life yet as a man, then you're not a man. W Zeus. I just gave you that. I just gave you some insight. As an adult, especially as a man, if you haven't arrived at the conclusion yet in your life that you are a POS, then you haven't fully matured. Because what Donald Trump is showing you, and people that are still supporting him, they're trying to make it seem like you never have to experience humility, being humbled by life. And I would say once you learn that, it's a bit of a liberating feeling, because then you could just literally be who you are and not have a care in the world. People can say whatever they want about you, but you know what it is, and everybody who's around you knows what it is, and you don't got to put up this fake facade. Like that youngster that just got into my box. He's a bartender and he's a look smaxer. And he's talking to a grown man like me. And I'm going, man, you have so much to learn. I feel sorry for you. W Zeus. W Zeus. Yeah, live your truth. If you got to come out of the closet, come on out. Come on out. Quit being miserable. And so I say all of that to say, and it's interesting that came up as I was talking about how the Tate brothers and Nick Fuentes, they're not allowed to take photos with Donald Trump, but Donald Trump keeps taking photos with all these Democrats, the communists, right? That should tell you Trump supporters something. Why would Donald Trump take photos with these people, but not the people that helped him get elected? And the answer is quite simple. Because he really does believe you're as smooth brain as I've been saying, W. Zeus. You're all smooth brains. Sit with your enemies, mock them to their faces, all right? And then you keep the people who supported you, you keep them sitting on the porch, all right, believing the lies and sending you all their money. It's the best path. It's the best circus act I've ever seen, W. Zeus. Next, this is something MAGA hates, and I'm going to say it, but I'm going to talk about it. How many of you have been hearing Donald Trump talk about how he brought egg prices down? That's his claim to fame speech. He keeps saying, when I got into office, they first said there's no eggs. He blamed Biden, and he says, hold on, I just got here. Well, it seems like there's trouble in paradise when it comes to the eggs. And I just want you to know that this is a PSA announcement.
1.6 million eggs have been recalled due to potential salmonella contamination. Midwest Poultry Services LP issued the recall on the million dozen white and brown cage-free eggs from Texas. Recalled cartons carry codes P1750 or 0840962 with a Julian date between 157 and 184. Consumers can check the identifying code printed on the sides of the carton in date-coding ink. The eggs were sold in Kroger stores and Brookshire grocery stores across several states, plus smaller retail outlets. Consumers are urged to avoid the eggs, return them for a full refund, and call Midwest Poultry Services.
Again, when you don't understand science and you start allowing the Trump administration to go around and cut funding and stop all the monitoring about stuff going on in the country, especially when it relates to the food, you get what you get. The company caught itself. Okay. I mean, and that's incredible. Yeah. And they said, you gotta be careful. You can't eat these eggs anymore. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, wow, guess what? The price of eggs is going to start going up. Thank you, Donald Trump. The price of eggs are now going to start going up, and you can't even trust the eggs now, MAGA. Remember when your dear leader told you?
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in.
Remember this?
You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that. But you are going to be so proud of your country because we're going to turn it around, and we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much.
Remember this?
We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with health care and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much.
How many of you out there feel like you're winning? No, seriously. How many of you out there feel like you're win more? You know what he was doing when he said that? How many people really believe that they're winning right now? Look at that. Look at that. We got at least 1,000 folks in here right now, and no one feels like they're winning. And at least a good chunk of them have to be some of the haters we all have. Where's that looks maxer at? He's not even winning. It's sad. It's really sad. And the only way Donald Trump has a chance at winning, you know what he's got to do? He's got to send the ICE agents to the voting booth. He has to gerrymander. He has to get MAGA Mike Grinder Johnson to do all these little things in Congress to try to, rig the system, so to speak. He has to scare people like all the Trump supporters into believing things like Democrats are trying to bring communism, doing this whole Red Scare nonsense. He has to do all of this to try to have a chance at winning the midterms. And it's not going to work, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't work. And so this leads me to what we saw this morning on Morning Joe. Sometimes Morning Joe says things and I said, you know what? That's very, very appropriate. And so we're going to dive into that right quick. All right. We're going to dive into some things. Trump's worst leaks tend to be coming from, guess who? The people in the White House, inside the house. Trump's worst press is leaking from his own team. I saw this and I said, wow, you can't make this stuff up, folks.
But we start with three stories and have one thread. We've got a country that can't stop fighting.
Oh, Taurus is back. We have the lowest unemployment. Do you have that on? Do you have any evidence of that, Taurus? If so, go ahead. Bring it up. I don't want to hear your mouth. I just want to see the evidence, and I'll do the rest.
We've got a country that can't afford to eat, and we've got a president that can't stop talking about people's weight.
Ooh.
Let's start with a war. Actually, two wars. Russia's grinding fight in Ukraine continues to squeeze fertilizer and energy markets, and it's been doing that for years. That means higher prices for you. The president could help end the Ukraine war. In fact,
Higher prices for who? For who? Higher prices for who? For you. MAGA. Don't worry about the prices and how it impacts the Democrats because we're socialists, right? So we know how to offset the cost a little bit because we're socialists. But you don't have anything to offset these prices. You're just getting screwed.
done it his first day in office, but he won't. Refuses to push Vladimir Putin, and you and your family pay for it in their pocketbooks. Try explaining that to our Democratic allies across Europe. Try explaining that to working Americans that can't even afford a hamburger anymore. And the Iran war, it keeps grinding on and on and on. A war of choice. And as it grinds on, Americans' approval of it collapses by the day.
Wow.
So Friday night, at an event that should have never been held, the president tells a room of reporters not to believe, quote, fake news about how that war is going. Well, that fake news actually comes from calls inside the house.
Wow. So the fake news the whole time has been the people inside of the Trump administration leaking to the American people just how unstable and dangerous this demon is. The whole time. Wow, MAGA, I couldn't have written a better script myself.
The administration from people who know it was a mistake to go in and there's no good way to get out. So you be the judge of that. But you don't have to judge. Higher costs, affordability, the president mocking affordability, like with your grocery bill. Food prices are now rising at their sharpest pace in 50 years.
What was that, Taurus, about the unemployment rate? This is why I know MAGA, they're smooth-brained individuals. See, smooth, the word smooth used to be such a great word. You know, Michael Jackson, smooth criminal. I mean, when I thought of smooth, I said, wow, that brother's smooth. But MAGA has made the word smooth such a bad word now. Oh, they got a smooth brain. Why? She actually said unemployment is at its record low, which is a lie, number one. But what good is that when the price and the cost of living has basically gone through the roof? See, the thing isn't necessarily are people working. The real question is, are they making enough money now? Eat whatever job. You know, someone working a minimum wage job, okay, yeah, that makes unemployment look low, but is that enough to survive? No. You didn't say anything about the fact that there's a lot more 30-year-olds that are still living with their parents these days because they can't get a job that actually allows for them to live on their own. I'm pretty sure that last guest I had up here lives in the basement with his mom, W. Zeus, with his mom and dad, perhaps. He's a looks maxer that lives in the basement with Snuggie. This is so funny to me.
You can read that in the Associated Press. You can read that in a variety of news reports this weekend, but you don't have to. All you have to do is look at your bill.
Yep.
Food at home costs
Val.
up 33% since 2019, against just 6.4% growth in the 7 years before that.
Listen to this.
Percent since 2019. Home costs up 33% since 2019, against just 6.4% growth in the 7 years before that. And ground beef is now $6.82 a pound, up 79%. Gas prices, they just keep spiraling up. The price of oil spiraling up. And war, it drives up fuel and fertilizer prices. And those prices drive up food. And it is food that's eating more of your paycheck than at any time since Gerald Ford was president of the United States.
Wow.
So, against this backdrop, how did the president spend that same Friday night? Not reassuring Americans on the war, not reassuring Americans on the cost of beef or on the cost of gas. No, he spent an hour on the physical appearance of the press corps in fronting him, even telling CNN's Caitlin Collins on camera that she's attractive but never smiles, and seemed to compare her to a trans influencer. He also joked that guests would rather die than look 20 pounds heavier wearing a bulletproof vest. And then he staged a bit attacking J.D. Pritzker as a fat pig, while later pretending to defend him. So I guess when the war is endless and Americans can't afford groceries, make this story about a reporter's smile instead. I guess that's easier than governing and actually admitting the cost of living in America is way too high. Something he still hasn't done.
W Morning Joe. It really is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And yet and still, none of these Trump supporters will ever come to our show and acknowledge what we just saw. Yeah. Okay, you can't even go on a date these days, especially when you're a young man. This is why you're miserable. You probably only got what, $200-300 in your bank account, checking and savings combined, and you're interested in somebody and you can't even take them on a date because guess what? You know what that costs. You got to actually pay for the actual event, the fun, and then you got to pay for food. And you're like, I don't got enough money for that. Yeah. And you voted for Donald Trump? Yeah, you did. Oh, guess what? You deserve to be miserable. W Zeus. The other thing, and I did a video about this, but this goes to the Iran war. When is MAGA, hey DJ, come in here. I want you to watch this. You know he's in here on his backup account. Am I right, Kabir? This is a video that makes DJ mad, ladies and gentlemen. This video made him so mad because when he saw this, his brain went straight to, oh, so the Democrats support Iran. No, that's not what that's about. We just tend to trust Iran more than we trust Donald Trump. Let me go ahead and ask the audience, who in here trusts the Trump administration over Iran right now when it comes to the facts about what's happening with the war? Who trusts Trump over Iran in here? I'm being serious. No, to the chat. You sure? Everyone, listen, there's over 1,000 people in here and everybody trusts Iran. Okay, let me ask this question because maybe you got it all backwards. How many people trust Donald Trump right now when it comes to getting information about what's really happening with the war? How many people trust him? How many people trust Donald Trump? No. Hey, chat, I asked a different question. You're still putting no in the chat. Look at that. Wow. Someone wrote H no. Okay. Someone wrote they test the Lego videos. Yeah. So if you want a battle damage assessment, BDA, about what's really happening, then I say this, I believe this is really the damage the United States has sustained in the war. I want to get this on record. All right. And I also think when you think about it, just keep in mind, he's not even mentioning the men and women that have been unalived or injured over the weekend. I believe they updated the number, right? It went from like 400 and something to like 600 and something. Go check it. But yeah, they updated the number of people who've been injured over the weekend, and they did it quietly, all right, while this news was breaking.
Right now, Russia's got its ships around Japan for a reason. China's got its ships around Australia. These are all objective, undisputed facts. Let's take a look right now so you can see for yourself the type of damage that's been done to the United States military arsenal. And most of this stuff has been geolocated on surveillance footage. The U.S. has suppressed surveillance footage from Planet Labs and other areas that do the satellite surveillance footage for private use. That's those overhead, those Google Earth type stuff, but these satellite photos. The U.S. also banned Europe, the European Union, or asked the European Union to stop its companies and its assets from utilizing its satellite footage.
They would.
So a lot of this comes from China and Russia. You still get it from other places. And Iran said, look, here's what we hit, and here's what we can prove that we hit. 47 radar and air defense systems, 44 support and logistics systems, 48 operational infrastructure like those containerized housing and barracks, 49 aircraft and aerial assets. You take a look at this list. Radar and defense systems, 7 command and control centers, 3 satellite communication systems, 6 Patriot air defense radars, 3 air and maritime surveillance control radars, 8 detection and early warning radar systems, 7 air and missile defense radars, 3 EPS radar systems, 2 EPS 117 radars, 5 117 radars, 5 long range radars, 2 air defense radars, 1 tactical radar complex. Now support and logistics facilities. 6 fighter jet and helicopter maintenance centers, 3 support and logistics centers. These are all U.S. military facilities and equipment. 12 fuel storage tanks, 17 warehouses storing weapons, spare parts, naval equipment, and aircraft components. 6 missile storage depots, operational infrastructure, 6 MQ drone hangars, 1 F-15 fighter preparation hangar, 1 drone hangar containing 8 factory new drones, 2 command centers, 1 aircraft carrier refueling platform, 1 P-8 aircraft hangar, 4 HIMAR missile launchers, 5 fighter aircraft hangars, 4 Patriot air defense complexes, 6 missile launch platforms, 1 fuel pumping station, 2 signal communication centers, 1 intelligence data center, 1 artificial intelligence and data processing facility associated with Amazon, 1 depot for remotely operated unmanned surface vessels, 1 fuel pier, 4 fighter aircraft shelters, 6 aircraft parking and operating ramps, and in terms of aircraft and aerial assets, 11 fighter aircraft and helicopters destroyed or damaged on the ground, 17 reconnaissance and operational drones, including 8 factory new aircraft, 1 F-15 fighter jet, 1 P-8 maritime patrol aircraft, 1 C-17 transport aircraft, 8 aerial refueling aircraft, 4 heavy helicopters, 6 stored missiles in the past 2 weeks.
I mean, and then you hear Donald Trump running around here saying he's destroyed the military, the Navy, and all that stuff in Iran. And then I wanted to play this real quickly because this is what people like DJ are saying. Despite that being out there, listen to what people like DJ are saying, ladies and gentlemen.
Or plans. Do something that'll be 50 times worse than Chernobyl. Destroy the power plants in Tehran. I mean, these are some real sick human beings. Here, play this clip.
It is inevitable that President Trump is going to have to do what he doesn't want to do, which is go in there with this massive all-out attack. There's no other way to stop this. There's no other way to win this war. So, again, he's trying to do the best he can. He's a very nice man. I love President Trump. He doesn't want people to die. He really doesn't. Okay, he's a nice man. But there's no other way to end this. Once you start this, Midnight Hammer was great. Epic Fury was great. Once you start this, there needs to be a finish. And the only finish is complete surrender by the Iranians. I hate to say it, but complete annihilation.
Well, we talked last time about this. And by the way, I agree. I love President Trump. I love his heart, I think, is really for peace. And he's always, I love that even now, this past week, he's still talking about peace and wanting to find and leaving that door open for negotiations. You say the only end is annihilation. Now, what if winning this war requires boots on the ground? I asked you that last time. That's not very popular with the American people. What is your response to that?
It's not popular with me either. Look, I'm not a parent of an Army person, a Marine person, so I'm very sensitive to that. Trust me. But look, we have the Army, we have the Marines for a reason. They're not there to shake your hand at the airport, Rachel. Okay, they're there for a reason. Last I checked, we don't have a draft in this country. So these courageous men and women know exactly what they're signing up for. This is war. We don't want to see anybody die, but this is war. A war that started 47 years ago that they started. So, yes, I know that the moral ground is to say, I don't want our kids to die. I feel the same way. But we got to win. Now, we can win maybe without putting boots on the ground. Maybe we can. I don't know. I'm not Jack Keane. I don't have that type of information. If we can do that, great. But if at some point it requires putting some boots on the ground to win this war, that's why they signed up. to fight for this country, to fight for President Trump, and to rid the world of evil animals like the Iranian.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are people, that's why I say when you talk about MAGA, it's real easy to understand where their brains are. We already know off top they're grifters, misogynists, racist people. You go a little further to the right, you get into that seditionist stuff they did on January 6th. You go a little further to the right, you're in that Epstein class, you know what they did, right? And then you get all the way to the right, you're a warmonger. They want to send your kids off to a war. Think about it. They want to send our children to go fight in Iran. And you ask these same radicalized demons that are on Fox News, well, why don't you go? Why don't you go? And then they start thinking about every excuse in the book for why they can't put their boots on the ground and go over there and fight for their dear leader. So if they don't go, then why would you listen to them trying to encourage you to go? And I say that especially to the young men out there that have been radicalized by the MAGA movement. Why would you go somewhere and the people that are telling you to go there they're too afraid to go? It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense for a reason. It's because they don't care about you. W. Zeus. Yeah. Do you think Barron Trump is going to go? W. Kabira. Damn. Do you think Barron Trump is going to go? How many of you believe Barron Trump is going to go? Boots on the ground in Iran. Yeah. Don, Eric, Ivanka, none of them will go. But he's so quick to tell you to go over there. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. All right, well, listen up. We got to open up these boxes and bring up those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. Yeah, he's not going to allow any of his children to go and fight for this war. Instead, what he will do is he will say, guess what, Eric, Don, won't you get this contract? Why don't you get this contract? We're going to go ahead and engineer a conflict so that you can rake in record profits. That's all they're doing, profiting off a war. Him and his family, his millionaire friends, his billionaire friends. While guess who suffers? His supporters. That's why I said it's a disgrace to this country. Let's go to the box, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we have first? Oh my goodness. Good Trouble 2026. Good morning.
Good morning, Mighty Zeus. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, and you?
I'm doing fantastic. I woke up.
Oh.
The rest is a piece of cake.
Hey, well then you know how that goes, right? That's a blessing in itself.
Yeah, I do.
All righty then. Well, listen, first time on the show. This is my first time talking to you, I suppose, 'cause I don't remember seeing this account.
Well, you remember me by Luscious Camaro.
Oh, that's been a minute. I'm drunk.
Yes. I just want to address what you were saying earlier. Okay, I'm a retired 22-year Air Force veteran. I swore to defend the Constitution of the United States. However, these troops are going to defend Trump. This is the problem. And he said he was going to make a draft here shortly where his whole entire family better be the first ones to go.
Yep. You know they're not going to
Better
go,
be
though.
first ones.
You know his family is they're too scared, number one, to do it, right? They come from a lineage of bone spurs, right? So they're not going to do that. But they sit back and they enrich themselves. That's the thing. They create all these problems so they can make a bunch of money off of the people that are actually going to have to actually do the work to fix it.
And that's the problem. See, first of all, we should have never been here. Obama put Iran in check to begin with.
True.
Obama did.
W's in the
and
chat.
The T-virus went back and undid what Obama did. So therefore, that's why he's in this war. And we're not going to get out of it. And you can't put boots on the ground because the territory is not ready. They don't know the territory over there. So therefore, we have lost.
Yeah.
So therefore, I am not only have I, oh my God, I got so much to say. I'm just trying to get it all together.
Yeah.
The paratroopers that they have on these streets right now, they're not going to make it.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it once everybody stands up to them. And once they do that, baby, it's all over.
So you don't think that...
And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to land my B-52.
Okay. And thank you for your service. Go ahead.
You're very welcome.
You don't think that the United States military, as it is right now, because Trump says we have the most powerful military, Navy, Army, and he built it. You don't think, from what you understand, that they can actually handle the whole boots on the ground operation?
No, they can't. And plus, with all even, which is highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Even if they were succeeding for it, we don't have the backup ammunition to defend America.
Where did it go?
Now our ass is open.
Where did the backup ammunition and stuff go?
It goes over there. They don't have it.
Wow.
They don't have the money. And that's why he's asking for $1.5 trillion to get it.
Wow. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. So
you're welcome. I just had to say this real quick.
You did a great job. Thank you.
They call itself the United States of America. We are now the divided states of a third world country. And that's the way I see it.
Wow. How did we get that way, if you don't mind? How did we get there? The Democrats?
Nominated by putting that T virus in there.
Oh, the T virus. I catch what you're saying. Wow. Well, listen, thank you so much. All right, good trouble. And I do hope to hear from you again. All right. Thank you for standing up and serving the country.
You will.
And always standing up for truth wherever you're at. I know you're one of those. I can already tell.
I'm in Texas. The Texas. Yeah.
Well,
I'm fighting down here too.
I hope you're encouraging people to vote for Tallarico out there. I know. I hope you are. If not, then
I am.
Okay, then.
I am out in the streets.
Thank you.
I am out in San Antonio. I'm out in Houston. I'm down all the way up and down the highway, baby.
Yeah, thank you. And if you see Blaga out there, you tell them to just stand down, all right? Because they ain't doing nothing but making matters worse. They're the worst of the worst, all right? Tell Blaga to stand down.
I become the 21st century Harriet Tubman. I will leave you behind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zeus.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Much love to you, and thank you, everybody.
All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat for good trouble. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Blaga, stand down. You don't know what you're doing in the voting booth, so I'm going to just say that right there. W. Castro, good morning, the beautiful Jim. How was your weekend?
Good, relaxing, productive. I got a lot done.
Thank you.
I was listening to your live this morning and something struck me. I was going to talk about alpha versus beta people as well today, because this idea that the Tate brothers somehow serve as the male that most people would want is I laugh every time I think about his high water pants and his bald head and his skinny face.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other conversation. And his shoes just stink really bad with no socks, but that's a whole other conversation.
Wow. True.
I just picture like Vaseline on his toes, just slipping those tight ass shoes on.
It's gross. I don't want to see that this morning, Jim. Come on. I don't want to see no man's toes in my mind with Vaseline. That's crazy.
I'm sorry. It reminds me of Burt Reynolds in that movie, Striptease, where Burt Reynolds is the seedy congressman. If you guys have never seen that, it's probably the best Burt Reynolds performance ever.
Wow.
Just go YouTube that clip of Burt Reynolds.
Jim.
Anyway, when you were... I lost my track of thought.
Because you came up here talking about a grown man's toes and Vaseline. I'm like, what?
Because the Republican Party is filled with a bunch of freaky deaky men that have lost their way.
True.
But anyway, I digress.
Freaky deaky.
Trump on
yeah.
Trump on the White House Correspondents' Dinner speech, right?
Yeah.
When he was talking about Caitlin Collins, and then he said she was attractive, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if he thinks that she's attractive, and then he says that she reminds him of Dylan, that means he thinks Dylan's attractive.
Oh. Well, he does. You know, he goes all the way. You know, he doesn't. To me, he's fluid in wherever he goes. Right.
I'm just saying that's the thing, everybody. That's the thing that they're upset with, is that they are having to be attracted to people that they don't think they should be attracted to, instead of just accepting that people are people and you're attracted to people, and that there's a whole schema of differences of what people should love and what people can love and what people will love.
True.
I mean, just look at all the people Trump has been caught loving, you know, porn stars and Playboy bunnies and prostitutes. Granted, he had to pay them to love them, but that's a whole different
True.
That's a whole different
Pay to
world.
play.
And let's just be real. He also had to pay his wives to love him, because none of them married him for his looks. None of them married him to be with him, except maybe his first wife. But I doubt that, because we all saw that she got paid to play also.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So nobody loves this man for free. Everybody, it's transactional. Everything in Donald Trump's life is transactional.
Facts.
People have to get paid to be in his sphere, because nobody wants to be around him. And if you could sit there and watch that White House Correspondents' Dinner while he sat there and laughed about outing people, laughed about suing people, laughed about doxing people, and you think that that's normal behavior, if he could do it to reporters, if he could do it to high level people, that means he could do it to you guys as well.
Yeah.
By sending his goon squad to your front door. I mean, he's already trying to use the FBI to threaten people who post on social media. And this is why it's so important that we, as a society, as a collective,
That's right,
keep doing what we're doing and keep calling it out and keep talking about it and literally opening the curtains and shining the sunlight in, because that's the only way to get the darkness out, is to shine the light on it, right?
Amen.
Which is why yeah. But I want to go back to alpha. So alpha people do not have to announce that they're alpha. Alpha people don't have to tell you they're the boss. Alpha people don't have to tell you they're strong. Alpha people don't have to tell you they're rich. Alpha people don't have to tell you what a success they are. True alpha mentality means I lead by example. And by my leadership, people want to follow because I am alpha, not because they think they can be that person by lack of, any type of education or hard work. See, alphas don't have to tell you they're alpha.
Amen.
So people that put alpha in their name, right? Like, I'm an alpha man. People who tell you I'm a patriot.
Yeah.
Patriots don't have to tell you they're a patriot. They show it through their actions, through service, through dedication, through loyalty, through integrity, through honor. That's a patriot. Now, whoever that bald guy was, do you know what that guy's name was that was talking?
Who?
On Fox News, the one that you were just playing. Do you know the name of that guy?
No, he just, to me, I call him DJ. These are people who are radicalized like DJ. Same talking points. But what were you going to say about him? I can go find his name.
Because the thing is every single one of the people who speak on behalf of Trump, none of them have anything to lose with regard to service and sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Those children that are serving on the front lines, those are our children. Those are our sons and daughters.
Yeah.
They're telling you, we have to win a war, but we're going to use your kids to do it. I want everybody to understand that.
Yeah.
Sid Rosenberg, thank you, Life of Boom. Thank you so much. I need to research him.
Somebody wrote Mr. Clean.
Yeah. But they all sound like mob bosses. They literally, every one of them sound like mob bosses. And if you look at how he was dressed, right? The open collar with the chest showing, the no socks, the swarmy, slimy look about them. There's just something slimy about them. Don't get me wrong. I think bald men are sexy, but the bald men in this category, these are the gong show kind. These are the ones you want off the stage. You don't want to listen to them.
Get them.
But I do want to keep prefacing to everybody in here, especially men, men and women who are strong, right?
Yeah.
Notice that women who are strong don't have to come on the app and go, I'm strong, I'm alpha, I'm an alpha female. Nobody has to do that.
Right.
They're strong through their tone. They're strong through their intelligence. They're strong through their work effort. They're strong through their ethics. Their morality is that I am fighting for the collective good, not for myself, right?
Yep.
And so anytime we have people that have to bang on their chest or demand that they're powerful because they associate with a powerful white supremacy, that's what they're telling you. Those are the people that are going to be the most harmful to a society. Anytime they have that mentality of, I am caveman, I must pull hair, stomp and abuse. And you're seeing it ramp up. You're seeing it more and more and more on social media, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's imperative that we talk about the difference between alpha mentality and beta mentality. And then it's even more important for people to understand omega versus sigma. When people don't understand what that hierarchy is, that is a natural hierarchy of attraction. A natural hierarchy of attraction. And when you hear alpha, beta, omega, right?
Yeah.
That is about what we're attracted to. And if the only thing you're attracted to, which is to your point now, full circle moment, is if all you have is money and you lack everything else, that wanes. You have to keep getting more and more and more because you are never going to be attractive to everybody because your money is not going to be spendable.
Yeah.
People are going to turn off to you.
Yep.
People would rather go shopping at a mid-level area and buy something mid-level than have fool's gold painted all over them.
Bingo,
you see what I'm saying?
Bingo.
That's where we're at in society, is this man's making you look. Yeah. This man's trying to make you look at the shiny objects. Like, look at this gold toilet. Look at this gold filigree. Look at the fact that I crazy glued little flowers of gold all over my office to the point where nobody wants to be in there. If everything is filled with gold to cover it, right? What are you actually hiding that's real? And what's real is ugly.
Yep. Yep, Jim.
What's real is not the.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's not the tapestry. It's the view through the window, right?
Yeah.
If you're pulling gold curtains to shut out the view, what are you hiding behind the curtain? Is fear. It's immorality. It's gluttony.
Yep.
It's lust for power.
Yep.
It's harming the people that would lift you up. Like, I want people to start paying attention to all the flashing lights and all, when the lights turn out, right?
Yeah.
Think of it like at the club, when the lights are flashing and the music's bouncing and people are dancing and everything's all exciting, right? What happens the moment the bar lights go up and the flashing lights stop and the music stops?
Yeah.
And you look at the person that you thought you were going home with, right? And they're drunk off their backside.
Yeah.
Their makeup is smearing. They're sweating. They're not really 6'5" because they were up on the stage. They're down on the floor and they're 5'2". Go home by yourself. That's what you do.
There you go.
You go home by yourself.
We know that. Oh, I didn't know I was that close to you. Oh, wow. I may have had a little too much fun tonight. Yeah, maybe I need to dial it back a little bit. Yeah. Oh, my God. So glad I dodged that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jim. Well, maybe I've heard stories, I should say. I would never do anything like that. W's in the chat for Jim.
And, you know, it brings me back to the old line that sometimes you're just with Mr. Right now, but it's not Mr. Right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Get him, Jim.
That's literally the mentality that we're in. We're in the what is happening now moment. But when we vote, when we think about our future, that is not who we want to be.
Yeah.
So right now may be who we have, but that's a stepping stone to where we want to be, who we want to be as a society. We didn't all choose this loser bird that's in here because he is the greatest loser of all time.
Oh,
he's the greatest corrupter of all time.
True.
He's committed more crimes than any other sitting president in history. He's committed more lies than any other sitting president in history. Like, those are all facts. That's what he's great at. He's
True.
great at the manipulation. He's great at lying. He's great at slapping his name on things that his name doesn't belong on. But when you have to do that yourself, you have to slap your name on everything, when you have to paint it fool's gold, when you have to lie, guess what happens when the curtains are finally pulled back? The light shines through and we all see you for what you are.
Amen.
And it is happening right here, right now in our society. We are witnessing that the Great Oz is nothing but a fraud, nothing but a chameleon that changes colors, nothing but a toad that literally oozes out of its backside, nothing but warts. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm personally coming through this point of life, you know, dealing with a lot of loss and tragedy while watching all of this stuff, right? And I'm thinking to myself, the next chapter that we write for our society, for the collective good, is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Because now we're able to change the society to be what we need it to be, which is that of a betterment for all of us, so that we can literally take these fools and put them where they need to go. Because fool's gold belongs where? In the dirt. Fool's gold is found in the dirt.
Tell him, W. I was going to say trash, but dirt is just as good. Wow.
Well, you're not completely wrong. Where do maggots belong? Because I say this all the time on my live. Maggots are always in the trash can, and you need to put the lid on that son of a gun real quick, because that's where they need to cook, right?
Yeah.
They need to cook in that hot, nasty trash can.
Oh, no, come on, Jim, now. I want to see the trash and the toes, W's in the trash.
Oh, yeah. That's where the maggots need to be, y'all. The maggots need to be left in the trash. That's where they need to be, where they eat the garbage. They do have a purpose. They eat the trash, right?
Yeah, they do.
That's what maggots do. They eat the trash. They eat it up. Everything that he spits out, they take in. Everything he lies about, they take in. And now we have to ask ourselves as a collective society, like, what do they actually get? The people who come in here that still support Trump, what do you actually get from him?
Yeah.
You're not getting a check. You're not getting a better society. You're not getting better grocery prices. You're not getting better gas prices. You're not getting a new car and a new car and a new car. That was Oprah. That wasn't Donald.
Yeah.
Let's just be real about what they're getting. They're getting absolutely nothing for their vote other than degradation, low IQ, because they're not going to educate themselves further, right? So they're going to stay stagnant. And what happens when you're stagnant? You become a swamp.
Ooh.
And that's where all the nasty things go to die.
Wow.
That's where all the nasty things go to die, is when you become a stagnant person. You don't grow, you don't excel, you don't produce, you just accept all the dumping into you.
Nasty. W.
Nasty.
Well, listen.
Exactly. All right, I think there's a delay again because you're moving really slow for me.
I think there is a delay, but we're gonna.
There you go.
We're gonna move on, and as always, the beautiful Jim. I must say, thank you. Your haters are in here. I mean, and they're getting triggered right now, throwing baby bottles and stuff. But you know what? We'll take care of them. All right, my good friend. I think there is a delay.
Oh, they're throwing baby bottles at me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute.
Yeah.
That's when I'm gonna go into my baby voice and tell them, because that's because they're ugly.
W, Jim.
At least I have something to suck on. Bye.
Oh, W's in the chat for Jim. No, sir, wants to suck on something. Wow, bro, you're getting cooked, bro. It's so easy to cook you. It's so easy. I don't know why you come onto the show and embarrass yourself. I mean, here he goes again, ladies and gentlemen. Look, this brother has been here.
Up?
He's been here 3 days in a row. It's almost as if. Yeah.
Why keep getting muted? Zeus in the chat.
Oh, who's muting you?
One of your moderators. They think they run the show.
W's to the mods. Okay, fair enough. Anything new, or You just want to be a
Nothing,
disturbance
man.
today. You just want to be a
I
disturbance.
just watched the correspondence dinner speech. It was pretty funny, man. I don't know what y'all hating so bad for.
Oh, you think the White House Correspondents' Dinner was funny?
Yeah,
What
I
was the
think
funniest part?
the whole thing was funny. I
Okay.
mean, you name a point that it wasn't funny.
Just give me a specific part.
Oh, yeah.
He
I
hasn't
mean,
watched
he
it.
out on a lot of
He
people.
hasn't watched.
You know, he
He
out on a lot
can't
of
give
people.
me a specific part.
What you mean? I don't have to give you a specific part, but the whole thing was funny. You should check it out. Did
Oh,
you watch it?
yeah, I did watch it, but what
I
is
knew
the
you were a fan. W. Trump. I
Okay,
knew you were.
okay, fair enough. This is a yeah. I ain't got nothing for that. I mean, when I hear people like him, I sit there and I say, he's the biggest problem in America. Good morning, Poetivity. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm
You're what?
yeah.
Oh.
That's not a good question to ask me right now. Yeah. You're not supposed to have Trump supporters up on your panel.
what do the Trump supporters do to you in particular? And could you explain to the Trump supporters that listen to this show why I shouldn't have them on the show?
Oh, Zeus. You know, it's a very private medical condition.
Mm.
But yeah, the minute I hear anything come out of their mouths, the JJ dries up so fast that my belly button pops out.
It's one of the funniest jokes I've heard. It's a good joke, Poetivity. It really
I wish
is.
it was a joke, Zeus.
No.
I wish it was a joke.
Oh.
I wish it was a joke. The only thing that repairs it is listening to you, sexy liberal man.
Thank you. Okay, now that isn't a joke. That isn't the joke. Now, right there, that's 100% true. And I have that impact because when you think about it, I am AAA. No. See, now the guys in the chat are getting jealous. See, don't be jealous of Big Zeus. Y'all gotta stop this, please.
Yeah, they don't understand the negative impact they have on my body and probably every other woman's body too.
Yeah.
It's just
and I apologize. So no, sir, please take a break. All right.
And it was I just got off of vacation.
Okay,
That's where I've been.
Welcome back.
Yeah, but I went on vacation in the backwoods, and in the backwoods, like back where I went, they don't even have internet.
Yeah.
Like that's what they don't really have.
You were really off the grid. Yeah. Okay.
I was really off the grid. And you know what you see in some off the grid areas?
What is that?
Trump flags.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. So it was a very dry vacation, Zeus.
I mean, why must they go into all the corners of Earth and put that ridiculous flag up? These people really need help. And I know
they need information.
Oh
they need information.
Wow.
They're just.
I mean, like they can't go somewhere, and you can't even get any peace or serenity in the wild without some MAGA demon taking a Trump flag and polluting Mother Nature like that. That really sends me over the edge right there.
Do you know?
Huh?
Do you know the weirdest thing?
Yeah.
I saw a woman, and she had an outie belly button, and she was wearing a Trump bikini.
What?
Yeah.
What on earth is going on?
Yeah, they make Trump bikinis, Zeus.
Oh my God.
She was wearing a Trump bikini, and she had an outie belly button. I wanted to tell her what the problem was.
What was the problem?
Like, obviously, she was suffering the same medical condition as me. She just doesn't know what causes it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. You never know. I told you all this flight sometimes goes off the rails. I mean, you knew what you got when you opened up this live. You knew what you were getting into, all right? W's in the chat for Poetivity. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But whoever understands what she's talking about, let it apply, all right? Because you got a sick situation going on over there.
Oh, what MAGA does to women should be criminal. Should be criminal. We should make it a crime.
I think that can happen. We can make it a crime and get people prosecuted around here.
That's right. They'll need to go to liberal indoctrination camps or something
Yeah.
and just get the, I don't understand why they think that Trump and all the MAGAs are the real men, because they're scared of universal health care.
Yeah.
Like, who's scared of universal health care? Like, how can that be so scary that you've got to label us communists? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Well, that's why I think where we're at right now is honestly having a MAGA thought in your brain is really a bad thing. I don't even want to hear from Trump supporters, to be honest. I just, if I want a good laugh, now I'm a victim of that. I love having a good laugh, and nothing makes me crack up more than to listen to smooth-brained thoughts. It's the funniest. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. For instance, they don't understand why they're suffering right now. Did you know that?
Well,
They don't
well,
understand.
yeah, no, I got in a fight with one, I think yesterday on the way home, in my comments section on some of my videos, and like he's like, "Oh, Democrats don't even know what a woman is," but we're not the ones always asking, are we?
No,
we're not the ones always asking. Like, we're not.
No, but
and I
they
said,
really need to know, though, because a lot of these conservative men, they've never been on a date before. You know that they've never smelled or perfume. You know what I mean? They've never been able to have any kind of interaction with a woman, and so it's genuinely a real question.
Well,
that they have.
Zeus, I think that they have been on dates. I think they're on Tinder. And what is the other one, the Grinder? I think they're on Tinder and Grinder. So that may be why they're confused about what a woman is, because they keep going to the dates and there's a guy there. So somebody should tell him. I think Grinder is for gay people, guys. So, they just can't tell.
Yeah,
they just can't
They
tell.
really can't. They really can't.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I had that happen. And then my best friend on the vacation, who I went on the vacation with, made a play for my husband, Zeus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd
it
that
was,
go?
well, partially it was really funny because we're not young. So she thought she had a chance, but she was like, yeah, so we're not friends anymore, Zeus.
All right, don't. So basically, they're not your best friend. They're not your friend anymore.
Well, no,
Wow.
they proved that they weren't a friend at all.
I gotta stay out of that. That's some wild stuff. And this all happened in the wild with the Trump flag in the background. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
But did you see Madonna in her like sexy pink outfit where she was like putting her leg up on the rail and she was like grinding like she was, or trying to grind like she was 20. She's 67,
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I'll take your word it happened. I'll take your word.
Well, you should only watch it if you really want to see something humorous. Like, ladies, you get to a certain age and the sexy just ain't the same sexy anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it happens to everyone. You just call it, being human. I get it.
Yeah, it's just natural. So it was just a little bit comical, but in a really awful way, I guess.
Rick, leave Madonna alone. Okay, we'll leave Madonna alone.
Yeah.
I'll leave her alone for you, Rick. Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so it was a mixed bag, but I'm back and
all right,
and really glad to see that you're still doing your thing and still helping the democracy.
Thank you.
Burst forward and I'm just going to spend a few days trying to recover from my vacation.
All right. Well, Positivity. All right, and I'm glad you're doing okay. I hadn't seen you in a while, but I'm glad you're doing okay. All right, and stay safe.
Yeah,
out there.
it was a much needed break.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to have some good fun this summer, go to Ashland, Oregon, and see "Come From Away."
Okay. Okay.
Beautiful musical play, beautiful city anyway. So, yeah.
All right. Positivity.
Some parts were great, some parts were not so great, like everything in life. So. But yeah, I hope you're getting well supported, and you know what I'm going to do right after I get dropped. So thank you.
All right, no problem. Keep doing you though. Keep being your authentic self. All right.
Yeah. Just don't have the Trump supporters up, please.
Fair
I'm
enough.
trying to recover from my vacation. I've got a sunburn. I don't need the dryness too.
Okay. Well, if they come up, if they do come up, what I'll do is I'll do what I need to do real quickly. All right, fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough. Thank you.
W's in the chat for Poetivity.
All right.
Let that be a lesson to the demons out there. Yeah. Let that be a lesson to the demons. Stop being sick and demented out there. You're making a lot of people very uncomfortable with your presence. And normally we're very tolerant, but I guess we're not the tolerant left anymore. I guess we're not the tolerant left anymore when it comes to MAGA. But that's fine, all right? Because when you look at what MAGA has done to this country, you just sit there and you say, I really can't believe these are people in the country right now doing this to this wonderful country. Good morning, Kiki. How are you?
Hey, Zeus, I won't be but a minute or two. Listen, first of all, I want to address you and Kabira because I saw a video of a person last night and they had a fish sandwich, a whitening fish sandwich. And they had cheese, pickles, and onions on it. And I got real mad, Zeus. You know, my attitude was real bad about it. So, you know, I got to go to see my pulmonologist on Wednesday.
Okay.
And that's when I get a chance to go to the city where I get my fish sandwich from. And I'm going to make sure I drown it with ketchup, mustard, and tartar sauce. Because there has to be a scene for that pickle and that onion to be on that fish sandwich that lady had on video last night. She said, if you ain't from the South, you don't know nothing about this. And I said, well, I've been living in the South all my life, and I'm not going to put that crap on my sandwich. So I had an attitude about that, but let's get past that right quick. I got to say something right quick.
We ain't gonna let that fish sandwich go. All right.
Well, I'm going to say, I ain't got time, Zeus. I just want to take up a couple of minutes. I know there's a lot of people want to say something.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay. Dr. Lex.
Caroline Levy was on the Laura Trump show.
Yeah.
And she said that the affordability crisis is because of Joe Biden. And that if we get them 2 more years, they could get it together. Now, Zeus, blaming Joe Biden for what's going on right now is like me blaming my ex-husband for everything that go on with my new husband. It don't make sense to do that, Zeus. Tell them to leave Joe Biden alone.
Man, go ahead,
what's
Kiki.
going on now is all on Donald Trump. Everything negative about this administration, they say is Joe Biden's fault. If he poop his pants, it's Joe Biden's fault. If he run out of Depends, it's Joe Biden's fault.
Yeah.
If he run out of tan spray, it's Joe Biden's fault. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Think about that.
Leave the man alone.
Think about that. Why do you think they're so obsessed with Biden still? I mean, yeah, you're
They
right.
just want somebody to blame their failures on, Zeus.
Oh. And it's not
That's
working.
all.
It's not working.
It ain't working, Zeus.
Yeah.
I know that man is red as fire because they burning every time they call his name.
Amen.
Everything Joe Biden fault. Joe Biden didn't leave us no equipment to fight the war. No, you used it all because you didn't have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So don't blame Joe Biden because your stockpile gone. It's y'all fault because y'all got a drunk over the military and a fool in the White
Amen.
House. All right, Zeus. Have a great day.
Hallelujah. W. Maddie, W. Rick. Wow, look at you. Kiki come up
Thank
here.
y'all for the gift.
Kiki come up here and she get a lot of support. I don't know. That's amazing.
Y'all drop me, Zeus.
Thank you, Kiki.
Thank y'all.
In and out like a burger. Wow. She said, drop her, Zeus. W to the gifters. Yeah. You know, it's really unfortunate in this country right now. We still have people out there still supporting Donald Trump. Even though they know supporting Donald Trump isn't the best thing for them. It really is a sad thing. Good morning, Stray.
What's up, Zeus in the Kingdom? I'm transporting, so just bear with me if I'm latent. But I wanted to come up here because I want to give W to Jim and to Keisha because it sounds like we're all on the same track except for no, sir. Or even I just see Dane put his head in the room today and gifted to Keisha. Yes.
Oh, wow.
You back Dane from the Chris Brown concert? Did you like it?
You're so petty.
Anyway,
you're so petty, straight facts. You're so petty.
I mean, so.
They call you Petty Durant. We gonna call you
Petty Boots, baby. Petty Boots, you better believe it. But it seems like the theme is that we understand that Trump is a cluster.
Yeah.
Even Fox News is admitting that if they don't do something different, they're in trouble from the midterms. They over here trying to cheat for the next contest. We all know they trying to cheat. So that, and then he stood up there at that correspondence dinner. You know what he said? He said he gonna run for another term.
I saw that.
Was what a reporter? You saw that? Another reporter said to him, he said, "Well, if you can run for another term, then that means guess what? Obama can run for another term."
Amen. W's in the chat for Obama.
See, they didn't think that. They don't understand that the pendulum swings both ways. And if you say one can get, the other one can too.
Yeah.
He crossed his arms and said no. See, y'all don't think far enough ahead. And that's what I wanted to get on this morning. It's because of this. When somebody goes, because we all are out here doing this for history. Am I wrong?
Right.
We're all out here doing this for the sake of, for our grandkids, great grandkids, or what have you, right? And so, if that's what we're out here for, you have to look at when a child goes to look up why. Why do we put a cluster F like Trump in office? Not once, but twice. Guess what they're gonna go do, Zeus?
What?
They're gonna go look up the demographics and who voted for whom. And you know what they're gonna say? Black women. Specifically, black people, but black women specifically voted against him 3 times because we stood on the right side of history and we stay on the right side of history. These kids are going to be asking, why did we put him back in office knowing exactly what type of person he is? He's disgusting.
Yep.
And at this point, I liken it to somebody, a family member that has Alzheimer's or has dementia per se.
Yeah.
And one of the family members, they're pretending like they don't know that there's something wrong with them, but we all know that that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say this. You gotta keep voting.
Yep.
If the people that were enslaved gave up and said they didn't want to vote, then we wouldn't be here. If the women didn't keep having the babies and stay being tenacious and strong, we wouldn't be here at all. So we have to make sure we keep the fight up because they understand that this person that they have in the White House is an absolute cluster.
Amen.
And whether they want to admit it or not, they're admitting it anyway because they're still not paying the price that they thought they was going to be paying for some eggs. They still paying high gas prices.
Tell them.
They're still paying high energy prices.
Yep.
And guess what else they're doing? They're still got black people are doing good in this country and pissing them off. So it's not working. As much as they would like for it to work, it's just not working. And I love this for them.
Yep.
So you can't continue cutting your nose off, spite your face, and think that everybody else is going to go along with it. We all understand what's happening. Y'all did a racism in our face, and it's going to go down exactly like that in history.
Amen.
And black women are going to be the women that fought against it because we're fighting for your country harder than you are. We're more patriotic than you are. So I want, when it's all said and done, I want everybody to give black women their flowers because we told you so a long time ago.
W straight facts.
That's all I have to say.
Hey, thank you,
I'm getting on up out of here.
All right,
You're very welcome. Thank you guys for gifting me. I hope you have a wonderful day.
All righty then. And she's right. No lies detected. Yeah, that's why when I see Blagga, I always say to myself, you can't honestly believe what you're saying is true because the numbers don't support it. You can't tell us that you support the movement. So, in the community, we refer to it as the movement, right? And then we see you over there supporting Donald Trump. No. How did you divide yourself from us? That's the question I ask them. It's like, it reminds me, how the devil leaves a lot of the people that the devil tricks into doing things. How did you end up doing this? and they could never explain it. Look at Blaga right now. They're a dying breed. If you really want to be honest, they're a dying breed because what they've done, and they know it, they've betrayed themselves. They've betrayed their country. It's the saddest thing, honestly. You ever seen these conservative Blaga lives where they start trying to act like they're trying to really have a serious conversation about racism? It's the saddest thing. It really is, because I'm sitting here going, your foundation is off. If the foundation is off, the whole thing's going to get washed away. So no, you can't do it. You got to first get yourself right and then try to help other people. W Zeus. Oh, good morning, brother Val. Nice to see you.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's
How are you
up?
doing?
I don't know. I was just listening to you talking about a minority amongst their own race. That's
Yeah.
True. I don't know what to say. That's where they're at. To all the women that were on the panel today, and all the women in the comments and stuff that are that are actually talking about. You said one thing, and I want to make sure to all you women, stay petty. Stay petty.
Get him, Val. Get him, Val.
Because that is beautiful music to my ears right now.
Yeah.
Watching y'all stay petty.
Ange, don't encourage it, Ange. Don't encourage it. Please don't be petty. You're gonna
petty.
make them cry. You're gonna Val. A lot of men are crying right now because the women that are petty like that hurt their feelings.
Maybe when men wake up one day and go, "Hey, maybe it was our fault."
Yeah.
Maybe
He's
then.
right. He's right.
Maybe then.
He's right.
Women can maybe then women can back off being petty. But until then, hell no.
Let's go,
Stay
Val.
petty.
Let's go. You're right. You're right.
I mean, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that people need to look at. I mean, this is where we're at with MAGA today. Let's talk about what's going on in Iran these days. Because I've heard a lot of people talk about it this morning and stuff like that, but we really haven't talked about
Let's
it.
get into it.
So let's talk about the fact that we're in our fourth, fifth, I don't know, 100th deal we're trying to make with Iran. Can we raise the white flag? Can we just put a white flag in Trump's hand and have him walk around?
There
with
you go,
it, okay?
Val. Starting to sound like a pro-Iranian sympathizer.
Yeah,
now.
can we raise the white flag? Because let's not mention the video you played earlier about all the losses we took.
Yeah.
Let's not mention that the one thing that we're not talking about is how Russia is helping them, and how this administration wasn't even smart enough to know that was going to happen. Where did all the drones come from Russia that mainly attacked Ukraine? Anybody remember that story? No, you really don't, do you? Those came from Iran.
Yep.
Okay, and if you don't remember that story, and you're not understanding why Russia is trying to help Iran right now, you don't get it, and you never have. You never have, and the fact that this administration couldn't see this coming, jeez, But this is what happens when you put a failed television star on TV and a Fox News host in charge of our military. You thought there was going to be a better outcome here? Hell no.
Well, Val, they thought we had the strongest military, and
don't get me wrong, we have an incredibly strong military. What we don't have is strong leadership.
Oh, so that's a thing, huh? That's
a thing.
Oh, wow. I thought if we just had the strongest military, we could do whatever we want, and we get rid of all the diversity, and we get the testosterone levels increased in the military. I think that'd make us pretty much unstoppable. Did you know anything like that?
Yeah, think of it more like a bowling ball with somebody throwing it that's never really thrown a bowling ball before. What usually happens with that bowling ball? And a lot of people have been bowling, right? It ends up in the gutter, right?
And in someone else's lane.
Yeah, or in somebody else's lane.
Yeah.
We've seen that too.
Yeah.
But this is what happens when you have people that don't know what they're doing. They're throwing gutter balls right now, and they're going to continue to throw. You can't, the military.
It's sad.
The military requires strategy. People that know what they're doing. We've been trained all their lives for this. Generals that understand the outcomes. People that actually studied where we've made mistakes.
Yeah.
We're dealing with an administration that wants to ignore history, and the only way you learn from your mistakes is history.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you people, but you want to try to erase it rather than fix it.
Yeah.
And what cost does that come to the American people? Just this war alone. Just
this, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
alone is costing the American people billions a day.
Wow.
A day.
In more than one way. I mean,
Oh yeah,
the
in your
gas, the
grocery, in your
groceries. Yeah.
gas. I mean, and now other countries are going to have to get involved. We talked about what happens with WW3. Other countries are going to have to get involved now because we are literally weeks, 2 to 3 weeks away. If they can't get that straight open, or the other parts that have been shut down that are stopping oil from getting out of these countries, if they cannot get that open, we're looking at almost a 20 to 25% reduction in oil. If you don't understand what that means and what that will do to our economy, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. Wow.
These are realities that people need to start understanding. Other countries are going to have to get involved to stop their economies from crashing. This could be a world event. And you know what usually comes after world events like this?
Are you getting to the depression part? Because remember,
Well, the depression part in war.
wow.
These are the things that usually end up in situations like this. We have got to get this man out of office, and we have got to put people in place that understand diplomacy.
Yeah.
And that get this back up and running.
W Aviator, let me ask you an honest question. Our friend DJ has been avoiding my show, pouting in my comment section.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to, because I'm not, I'm petty like that. I could be petty too. He's one of the ones that I strongly dislike, but I'm monitoring. What say ye in terms of the mindset of these people? Because
like the DJs of the world?
Yeah, what's really going on in their world?
Let's just look at the history. DJ has been the what if person since the day he's walked on this app.
Yeah.
Well, what if? Well, what if? Well, what if? Well, what if is sitting back and waiting for something to happen without you doing anything to help your own situation. That is what if is. This is who DJ is. And they get caught in what if so much that they end up getting rolled over by the bus.
Thank you for that.
Natural selection doesn't favor the slow.
W Val. That's what I'm thinking. You put it in such a nice package way. Because I'm sitting here saying to myself, you would think that these folks who were supporting Donald Trump would still be saying, hey, we believe in the Trump administration. We believe in his plan. You just got to, wait for this next thing to occur. But they don't want to do that for some strange reason. But they don't want to concede either. So it's interesting. It's really interesting, the predicament they're in.
Here's your only outcome. We've been waiting 10 years for this plan. Now, see, people say to Democrats, and they go, you just hate this man and stuff like that and all these things. In 2016, when this man was elected the first time to office, my hope wasn't for him to fail. Really? Listen to what I'm telling you. Really? My hope was not for him to fail. And the reason I don't hope for him to fail is because if he fails, we are all going to fail in our own ways. We are all going to suffer those consequences.
Right.
Well, here we are, 10 years later. Okay? This man has done nothing but fail his entire time, both times in office. Okay? And those failures are costing us. This is why I didn't want him to fail. I mean, I was hoping that, in his first term, he had people behind him that would know what they're doing and try to keep it under control.
Yeah.
This term, we all knew what was coming. We knew this was going to be one of the most massive failures in U.S. history as a president was going to be concerned. Wow. And unfortunately, it didn't disappoint us.
Wow.
It is exactly what we thought it was going to be. And for y'all for y'all down there thinking, well, you just hate the president. No, I don't hate the president. I hate his job. I hate what he's done. I hate what he's done to the American people.
Wow.
And what I really hate is how he's nonchalant about the pain and suffering that he's not only causing to our own country, you America First people.
Yeah.
But he's not only causing to our country, but the pain and suffering that he's causing to other countries as well. And this, if we do not get this Iran thing under control, is going to get unbelievably worse.
Wow. Val, you're in your bag this morning. I like it. So this Iran situation, what I heard over the weekend, and they're saying that there are people in the Trump administration who advised him not to escalate, right? Because we don't have the munitions, so to speak. And you hear about
We hear about the munitions. We hear about here. Let's take all this aside.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hear about the munitions. We hear about all these things that we don't have. I'm going to boil it down for you. What we really don't have is a plan. Doesn't matter what munitions we have, don't have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if our military is the strongest in the world. It doesn't matter if we have the best warships in the world, best planes in the world. You do not succeed without a plan. And this man has no plan. And he has nobody behind him to create a plan.
Wow. Well, how did he get in a position like this then, right? Was there ever a plan from the way that you see it? Or because some people say the plan was regime change from the very beginning. That was the original plan. They thought they could do what they did in Venezuela, right? Topple, grab the leader, install who they want, and they thought that this was going to turn into something like that. But that plan didn't quite work out because they got someone that's actually a lot more of a hardliner.
Right, much more hardliner. And here's the thing. I am all for wanting to create and get back what Iran has lost. And anybody that actually knows what Iran was back in the early 1970s, anybody that understands that before the rule of the Ayatollah, okay, before this took place and they got taken over by that, I'm all for getting this country back to where it was in the early 1970s as a democracy and as a flourishing country again. But I want everybody to remember that everyone since Jimmy Carter every president has wanted that same thing for Iran, but has never been able to make a move on it. And the reason they haven't made a move on it is because they understood these outcomes that we're seeing right now would take place. The cost to the American people is too great. That is what they understood.
And we don't have an administration that could have understood that for some strange
reason.
For some strange reason, the Trump administration failed to understand what everyone else before them understood. And then you have people like Mark in the chat who don't want to get up here and face the music. Why don't you zip it? Unless you want to do the righteous thing. And how come you won't go over there and fight the war for your daddy? Doesn't that bother you too, Val?
He wants our children. He wants our children to go do this. He doesn't. You're talking about a man and his dad, by the way, for everybody that doesn't understand the history or hasn't read about Donald J. Trump and his dad, that despises the military and will not let any of their children ever serve in the military. But he wants our children to go fight this fight. He wants our children to go sacrifice for this.
Sick.
A man that faked bone spurs to get out of the draft.
Sick. Really?
10 years or 20 years ago, I'm telling you right now, 20 years ago, this man wouldn't even have been considered for president of the United States. Just that one story. Wouldn't have even been considered. You wondered why he didn't last in the Democratic Party? Because the Democratic Party would never do this.
Thank you. Get him, Val. These Trump supporters know that we've defeated them and that now they're just running on hope and fumes, and we're going to obliterate that too. Thank you, Val. I gotta give you a round of. It gets me so angry because when I start thinking about it and I say, look at where we're at right now in America. And it all happened because Obama became president, and a lot of these insecure people couldn't believe it.
You had somebody write it down in the comments. Like, well, Obama wasn't in the military. Well, guess what? Neither was George W. Bush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There neither was a lot of presidents, but I'm going to tell you something about Obama. He grew up around the same time frame I did. Okay. And in that time frame from the mid 60s all the way through, you know what I'm saying, all the way through now, we didn't have need for a draft. Matter of fact, military were turning away people during the 1980s that were trying to join because they had an overflow of people because we had nothing going on.
Yeah. Hold on. I brought up the guy that said Obama wasn't in the military. Why would you even mention Obama in the middle of us doing what we're doing?
Because all you do is cry on TikTok, Zeus. Cry, cry, cry. You got
mean
Val
like you're doing right
crying.
now?
You got Val
You
crying
mean like you're
about
doing right
Trump.
I know what he's gonna say. That's trash bait. Remember trash bait? Remember Jesus Christ?
Oh yeah. I mean, these people don't understand. So if you don't understand the history, if you weren't born, you don't know that we didn't have a lot of military service. A lot of people go through military service like we did in the 60s and 70s. If you don't get that, I can't help you.
Yeah. And how dare you even think you could even speak a word to Val? Val is way up here, trash.
But hey, don't equate Obama's not going to the military to a man that actually went through a draft and used a doctor's excuse that did not exist to join that my parents, my grandparents went through to go to the military and used it as an excuse to stay out of the military while thousands of young men from this country went there and lost their lives.
Val.
That was the son of a man that swore in public that none of his kids would ever join the military. Don't equate the two.
Don't even do it. Obama's way bigger and stronger than Donald Trump in every category. Don't ever do that and change your name again. Get a better name than that, because you sit there and you just embarrass yourself. Whatever name you pick, it's a disgrace. W's in the chat for Val. All right, bro.
All right, guys.
We cooked and booked this morning. Yeah, there you go. W's in the chat for Brother Val. No lies detected. Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. These Trump supporters just sit on TikTok all day. Trash bait. Why not ever come up and acknowledge that the economy is a lot worse? Why not come and apologize to America for voting for the worst president in American history? What has Donald Trump done, trash bait? Honestly, what has he done to make your life better? You got any evidence? Oh, no, sir. I get your thing. You just want to get you a nice little snow bunny, and you're hoping that maybe one of them will go your way in this conversation. It'll never happen because you're a miserable person. Ugly, too. W. Zeus. I just thought of that. So they don't have any evidence. So they just sit around on social media all day on random accounts trying to troll handsome people like me. It's not going to work. Moving on. Good morning, Dr. Lex. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a long time, brother. How you been? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Dr. Lex. I can't hear you, bro. I think there's something wrong with the connection. Maybe they're not owning the libs. Let's see. Okay, good morning, Ange. The beautiful Ange. Good morning. How are you doing?
Well, been better. We lost a dear friend last night. Yeah, quite suddenly. But been better. But I just wanted to come up, and I have a confession to make. I've been muting. No, sir. It's me.
Oh, okay.
It's me.
W in the chat for Ange.
But he can cry about it because it's only been 1 minute. It's been a slap on the wrist. He doesn't even really deserve to be in here. He's not at our caliber.
Nope.
So you're lucky to even be in here.
Oh, W, Ange. Well,
cry about it.
Wow.
Cry about
You
it.
don't. It doesn't bother you that you're hurting his feelings right now, and he's.
No, I want to.
Look at him. He's crashed out. He says, "Ange, wow." He even threw baby bottles at you.
Well, I don't care. He comes into my live and he's disrespectful and rude.
Yep.
So you come over here
Yeah.
and you get a 1-minute slap on the wrist.
Wow.
Stop crying about it.
Thank you. And he thinks he's an alpha. He thinks he's an alpha.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
He couldn't even stay up on the panel the other night. He was begging for gifts on my panel. Like, what is wrong with you? That is just weird.
He's down bad. He's down bad.
He must be. I mean, he's going to be over the Motel 6 with what's his name. But anyway.
He said, "What's his name?" That means it's 2 for 1 in the same room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I won't say the other one. Yeah.
When you have to double up on the Motel 6 fee, that says everything I need to know about
That's when you know you're MAGA.
And there's no, listen, Motel 6, if you got to do it, it's fine. But we're talking about people that brag, right? W's in the chat for Tara.
Oh, of course.
They brag, they got so much
don't
money.
Get me wrong. This girl grew up in a small mill town, had to have a job by the time she was 10 years old just to have some Nikes. So, no, don't get me wrong on that.
Right.
But one last thing, I won't take up too much time. Up here in Maine, as you know, we've made the news a little bit up here.
Yeah.
We do have Troy Jackson that will be running.
Yeah.
And, he's a little behind Susan Collins right now because she's got $10 million.
What?
Working for her already.
Oh.
$10 million.
Wow.
So if anybody even has just $1, maybe send it to Troy Jackson and just,
all right, I'm
give
going
him
to do
all
it
the
now.
help.
If
We
you
gotta flip this seat.
if you advocate for it, then I'm going to do it now. Ladies and gentlemen, if Ange is telling us this is what we got to do in Maine, then it's like every other thing, right? We either hitting the Cash App or we're supporting these people because we cannot have Susan Collins.
Nope, she's got to go. She's been here about 3 decades. She's got to go. Would he have been my first pick? No, but I'm vetting and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And so we got to get him in there. We got to flip this seat. This is a huge, huge seat up here.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. So I'm going to go now.
All righty.
And thanks for having me up.
You're welcome. You're welcome. W's in the chat for the beautiful Ange. And if the mods end up muting you, then they mute you because you are being a disgusting, sick, and vile, evil person. If you don't want the mods to mute you, then you know what to do. Be decent, behave, stop saying disgusting things in the chat. All right, we want a good, clean show. No, sir, has no friends. That's actually funny. That's actually funny. Good morning, Dr. Lex. Dr. Lex.
I don't know, man.
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because I think it's my headset.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, you hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you. I had to take my headset
Okay.
off.
Hold on. I ain't seen my brother in a while. Oh, don't zip it, trash bait. He don't got Obama Wi-Fi. You know what he got.
I got sitting outside Wi-Fi.
Ooh, look at that. Coming in here sturdy and early. Real structured on these little Trump supporters out here. They wish they could be like you, Dr. Lex. They really do. But they can't live the way you live. Okay, listen. Hold on now. Relax, champ. Hold on, sir. Hold on now. You putting a little too much sauce in it this morning. But you know what? I'm going to let my brother live this morning. I ain't seen him in a minute.
Sorry about my belly.
Yeah. But what you been up to, man? What you been up to?
I'm releasing records. I got 2 artists coming out on my label where I got my major.
Hey, let's go ahead and do it. God's good.
I've been busy with that. And then just trying to move around here in Tennessee. We got voted the worst state in the union, right?
Really?
Yeah, Tennessee is the worst state to live in.
Wow. Oh.
And here I am in it. I'm in it. Good old Tennessee. Because they vote wrong.
Yep.
They're too broke to be Republican, yet they still are. They've got Marsha Blackburn, who's so busy lying. She's running for governor, but she's a senator already. And nobody knows why she wants to be a governor.
One of your fans came up here. He wrote Earth, Wind, and No Fire in the chat when he seen you. And I wanted to know why this brother would say such a thing to the Honorable Dr. Lex.
I don't know who it is.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know you. I mean, it's okay to say stuff about me. I don't know you.
No, sir. No, sir. What did you want?
What's up, Lex?
He said he know you.
Who is that?
Lex is good. I wasn't hating on him.
Then why'd you
I
say?
Heard some of
then why'd you say Earth, Wind, and No Fire?
Oh no, he just dressed like an Earth, Wind, and Fire cat.
What are you talking about? I mean, I got on a cowboy hat.
Man, where can I listen to some of your music?
You're a fan.
I just go online. Look, I'm about to start dropping. We're about to start dropping records.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you ain't got nothing to offer. You just coming up to say hi to Dr. Lex. That's awesome. That's awesome.
You know, I like your politics. I supported the music, Zeus. Come on, bro. I ain't a hater.
Okay, well, I mean,
yeah.
All right,
fair enough. Then yeah, okay. Well, then that's good. Dr. Lex wins. Sorry, bro. I didn't want to interrupt you. You know, I ain't heard it from you, but I thought he had something to get off of his chest about it. But he just wanted to come up here and I don't know, be
something,
be
dude.
thirsty.
I don't know. People are weird. I haven't been getting on here a whole lot because people are weird. People
no, sir, being weird again.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that off of the app we've been getting a lot of attention because I got that major deal.
Okay.
So I've been kind of laying back from TikTok a little bit, but I love to come on here and talk to people.
Yeah.
We're finishing the studio build at Livingstone where I have my doctorate.
Okay.
That's gonna get be in the press.
Yeah.
Here, dedications in September.
Yeah.
Me and Elevate and Dan and everybody.
Okay. All right.
That are involved in it.
Dr. Dan. I call him Dr. Dan.
We put this studio together for these kids. And we're, like I said, I'm signing artists, and I've just been busy doing that, plus trying to help these people deal with this president that we have in office.
Who we all know is doing a terrible job.
And they're saying he walks around smelling like urine, and he's got one foot in the casket and the other one on a skateboard. And where's Mitch? Instead of where's Waldo, where's Mitch?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting, Fearless? Where's Mitch McConnell?
Where's Mitch?
And Darlene Graham. I mean, it's like they're forcing candidates on the American people.
What's Fearless saying? What's everybody talking about Fearless? Who's Fearless?
Trash bait, remember?
Oh, yeah, you talking about the dude with the Jiminy Cricket with the caterpillar eyebrows, right?
Trash bait.
Trash bait look like Jiminy Cricket. You like Jiminy Cricket with a caterpillar, like Albie Shore. He only got one eyebrow. Only got one eyebrow.
Tell him.
Where's Mitch? Where's Mitch McConnell? Where is he?
Yeah, where's Mitch McConnell?
Where's Mitch?
Yeah,
I think he's in the upper room. I don't think that Mitch is coming back.
You think so?
I mean, no, and Lindsey Graham, his last words was, "I can't die now." That's what he said. He was having chest pains.
That's
they
a
told
low
him to
blow.
go get help. The lower room, Donna, you got it. But Lindsey Graham started having chest pains. They told him to go get help. Oh, you need to go see about somebody. He said, "I can't die now." And then he face planted in his Caesar salad.
What are you saying, Dr. Leck? What are you saying about that? You saying?
I mean, there's something interesting. You know what? Let go and let God, because he sure is putting in the heavy lifting now. You think you're getting away with all this stuff, and you think that you thought that you got away with it. Look at Mitch McConnell. First, he was playing red light, green light on live TV, and now he's nowhere to be seen.
Wow.
And now and Lindsey Graham, who now his NDAs are no longer good.
Yeah.
So they're all coming out talking about him dressing up in spandex and all kinds of stuff, weird stuff, Vaseline,
not the
naked slip and slide, and naked twister, and having horses and pigs and donkeys in the room, and
wow, oh wow.
Somebody dressed up like a clown holding a birthday cake with candles on it. It ain't nobody's birthday. It's all coming out.
Yeah. And their sins are being exposed and revealed to the American people.
Yeah.
We now know who they really are, or we already knew, but it's being confirmed.
Yeah, I'm starting to I'm starting to feel a little bit hopeful here, and I hope I'm not wrong, because the strength of your community and what I'm seeing on here and the people that are around me in my neighborhood that used to be Trump supporters who either aren't saying much or are angry.
Yeah.
Like there's a gentleman that lives about a half mile that way across the ridge there.
Yeah.
And he is one of the country's no shirt, overall wearing hillbillies you would ever see in your life.
Yeah. And he's waking up.
And he said, you better be glad I'm disabled. And I said, why, Ken? And he said, because I can't hardly walk. That means I can't get on a plane. And I was like, where are you going, Ken? He said, I'm going to DC. And I was like, well, what are you going to do when you get there, Ken? And I thought you voted for him. And he was like, F that SOB.
Wow. It's really starting to sink in. Good.
Yeah, they're really getting cooked here.
Yeah. Good. That's what we need to see more of. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not going to hold you up. I just want everybody to smile, be happy, and be creative. And I love everybody.
All right.
And I wish everybody. I miss seeing everybody on here. You feel free to call me. You've got my number. But it's, as I said before, my company Elevate 118, which is a division of Empire now.
Yeah.
I just now got the pre-save dates for my artist Ma Jr. and Zypher, and then I'm about to get the pre-saves for my artist Doe Grime and Snake.
Nice. All right. Well, looking forward to hearing it. We always support the artists around here. We support Dr. Lex around here, bro. So please continue to keep us in the loop. As always. And
we do the wave now?
Yeah. And on that note, we're going to put a pin in it, ladies and gentlemen. W's in the chat. Thank you, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a great show today. We rocked and rolled, and we cooked, and we booked. But we have to get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen. Look at this low life right here real quick. I got to do this real quick. Hey, I'm glitching. Yeah. How can I help you, bro?
How you doing today, Zeus?
Yeah, how can I help you?
It's just that you always get these people that's going your way. You hate controversy. You hate when somebody disagree with you. You never, if somebody don't see eye to eye with you, you kick them off the panel, Zeus. You shouldn't be like that. You should be open-minded to suggestions, to other people's views, and everybody's not going to think the same.
Hey. First of all, take that bass out of your voice when you're talking about
Yes, sir.
Zeus. Number two.
Okay, Zeus.
What do they say? Whenever you point a finger, how many are pointing back at you?
3, Zeus.
So what that tell you need to be doing? You need to be staying up out of Big Zeus's business.
No, Zeus, I like you. You're good people.
I know it, but listen, you can say
I don't knock you for your views.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I'm right about what I talk about. You're wrong about what you talk about.
No, Zeus, not all the time.
Oh, okay. So you still being hard-headed, right?
All right, go ahead. I'm going to let you finish, then I'll speak.
You're still being hard-headed. A lot of people are so disgusted with who you are, what you stand for, what you represent with your 16 baby mamas, underemployed self, running around handing it out like lunch meat in wherever corners of the hood you tend to dwell and surface from. And then you have the audacity to actually wake up today on a Monday and think to yourself, let me try to give Big Zeus some sort of feedback. You understand how out of your mind you got to be?
Zeus, I've been to Oakland. That is the most triflingest, most disgusting, most high crime rate.
Again, I can't do it with you today. I just gave you your assignment, your homework, champ, and you ignored it, and you start talking about Oakland. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a huge W, Zeus. It's sad to see. It's so sad to see. I don't even know what you got. You demons got the camera twitching, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me see if I can rotate that. You guys got my camera twitching. Wow. I got to get out of here before the show goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show today. I will say it was definitely on the weird side, but we made it. W's in the chat for Chris. Got my camera twitching. I don't even know what that is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Let's go ahead and land this flight. We're out of here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now landed and arrived at our final destination. On behalf of 3 Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, and the entire crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us today. We extend our sincere gratitude to all the viewers who tuned in and listened throughout the show. Your time, attention, and participation made this episode truly meaningful. We are deeply appreciative of your continued support. A special thank you goes to our valued subscribers, generous gifters, dedicated moderators, and esteemed
I don't know what
panelists.
happened.
Your contributions, guidance, and active involvement are essential to the success of the kingdom and allow us to deliver the highest quality experience for everyone. As you prepare to depart, please remember that full recordings of today's episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly. For information on all my social media handles and future broadcasts, please visit the link in the bio. Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the kingdom. We are honored that you allowed Zeus, also known as Triple H, to guide you to Olympus. Until our next journey, we wish you a safe and productive day ahead. You may now gather your belongings and exit the aircraft. We look forward to welcoming you back on board soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your morning.
Yeah. Gotta wake the chain up.
Wow.
Get injected with some power.
Thank you, Donna. W to the gifters. Send them to the lake. Karma heard you. Great skate.
Came from the
Hey, Javira. Marissa. No skibidi. I'm the goat flow sharper than a blade. For attacks, make these clowns pay for all the shade. Got the game in a choke. Eat it to doubt, now my legacy's hitting, it's bespoke. Have a great rest of your morning, W Heaven. Woo! Got my circle A1. This race is already won. W Maddie. Liquid ambition, yeah, making history right here. Opps talking wild, but they cannot touch the throne. Posted in the Oval Office, trapping in the zone. Skirt past the 8, got my foot on the gas. Let's go, Dragon Fire, Naga's worst nightmare. Moving chess, not checkers. Presidential flex, got my game on my necklace. Level up, we taking over the spot. Drip too clean, get it poppin'. We ain't gon' never stop. No cat, we lit. Yeah, flow on 1,000, 100. The Rizzler, let's go. Posted in the Capitol, moving like I own the block. Riz game presidential, got the nation in a lock. 100, no facade, drip celestial, shining brighter than a star. HD cleared. David. 1600, I'm the one flexing, I'm the new successor. Trap sold in the White House, DC is the sound. Woke up in the mansion, views from the East Wing prime. Presidential, residential, got the poles in the climb. Let's go. Got the world dropping bomb like I'm reading out a song. I'm glitching. Skibidi through the storm, legacy unbreakable. Let's go, let's go. Reading out of Psalms. Make the whole world flip. Bust it off the charts, got the game in a trance. Drip too wavy, yeah, make you wanna dance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your morning. We survived another show. Wow.